Hey, this is Pamela Schneider. I'm the retail editor for Blue Book Services, and this is the Produce Reporter Week in Review. Greg, we're getting ready for some Christmas vacation.
If this is the Christmas edition, even though I have my baseball.
It's, I've been off this week wrangling my kids and actually wrapping some Christmas presents. My office turns into Wrapping Central, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I have my avocado paper. I have not only one type of avocado paper, I actually have two. This one has tacos on it even. Tacos and avocados and tomatoes. Not too many people can say that, I'm sure. But it brings us to one of our topics for this week. You just interviewed Alvaro from Avocados from Mexico about their promotion strategy, and they're shaking some things up this year.
That's right. They've had a number of years, the last few years, where they've had a Super Bowl ad, which we all know that thing costs $4 or $5 million for one 30-second spot during the Super Bowl. This year, they are not going to do that. They're going to have, they've already had a what is Q4, the October through December, much stronger promotions. And then they'll still have Super Bowl promotions leading up to it. But the most interesting thing he told me that over the last 4 or 5 years, when they've been big on the Super Bowl, they've had a lot of growth and promotion leading up to the game in early February. But because of the ad and that whole campaign, the growth of the month after the Super Bowl has been huge the last 4 or 5 years. And that's really leading to some of the growth in the category we're seeing. They're projected again to have a record year of exports to the United States from Mexico. And their fiscal is July through June. So the first of the year will get into their third quarter, but that January through March is probably the biggest quarter for avocados from Mexico. But they have the market in the U.S., 98 or 99% of the market. And some of those winter holidays, they really boom around those.
Avocados from Mexico, their ads have been tremendously successful. Some of the largest viewership and market share, however the metrics they are, that like whatever witchcraft that they use to measure impact of Super Bowl ads. But just think, over the last, 5 to 6 years, avocados have become so ubiquitous that they're pretty much everywhere. And I've actually had people share avocado toast Christmas ornaments with me, and all kinds of things like that. And it's not just benefiting avocados from Mexico. This is benefiting avocados from everywhere. We've got Colombian avocados coming to the US pretty soon. California had a really great season this year. So the impact of these ads has been tremendous, and not just on the produce industry. I can remember a couple of years ago at Brandstorm, Alvaro spoke about, hey, whatever produce promotion you want to do, get in touch with us because we work with everyone. So it's been really tremendous to see the impact of what their marketing and promotions are doing for the category as a whole.
It is, and there's so much great news around avocados, and expecting this almost 10% year over year rise in the second half of their season, which will be January through June. He did say the only bit of bad news is they do a lot of business in food service, and that business over our winter is cratering. And so that is not good news at all. In fact, that leads us to our next topic, which is our weekly ProduceIQ price report. And the weeks surrounding Christmas and New Year's are usually the highest demand part of the year. And this year, they're lower than ever for this time of the year. And a lot of that is because there's no food service, there's no Christmas parties, there's no people going out to celebrate on New Year's Eve at restaurants and bars, and demand is down.
Yeah, I was actually out at a restaurant on Sunday evening, and here in Texas we can sit out on the patio, and we were out on this beautiful patio. There's a great weather, and maybe only 3 tables were seated, and this was probably what this restaurant considers probably the biggest day of the year for them. And it was a Mexican restaurant, so maybe Cinco de Mayo, Tex-Mex food. would have been a big day for them. But just to look around and see how few tables are out there, even in the areas where you can go out to eat, and pretty safely out on a patio with the wind blowing and stuff. I think a lot of people generally consider safe. So
not California.
Well, true, not in California, but they pack those people in there really closely. This is Texas. We got big patios, y'all. So there's plenty of space out there. But I feel like if we just, the industry, hopefully some of the sentiment that I'm seeing is if we can just hunker down and make it through the next 4 months or something like that, and it'll be better. Once we get people vaccinated, once we get people moving around, and then the rates go down, and then so there's a light at the end of this tunnel. I'm hoping, and I feel like the industry is hopeful that there is.
I think it is, and that's part of the bright spot, is that January is traditionally not a huge demand month, and so the year-over-year pressure won't be as great, and so there could be a market correction in January. That's hopeful, and I don't know about food service. That's not looking great.
It's not looking great right now, but let's just hope for a nice bounce back when we have our roaring 20s attitude for people who have been cooped up for so long, who are ready to go back out. But this weekend we've got Christmas. I got some presents to wrap. I got big plans.
Not done yet?
No. No, actually, you know what I do? I wrap all my friends' presents. They bring them over, they drop them off on my porch, and I'll wrap them for them because I actually love wrapping that much that I will wrap other people's presents for free. It's a service I provide. I
dislike it so much, but I live in a house full of females who are artistic, so I pretty much only have to wrap one or two.
Yeah.
And you can tell which ones have been wrapped by Dad.
It's not just a bag. You can just throw it in a bag and call it
done. I did that too.
Oh, no. I go all out. I got bows. I even like glue fuzz balls onto hats, and it's a big production around here. Like you could imagine, I'm sure.
Of the minimalist artistic side.
All right. Well, we better get to it and get to our holiday break. That's it for the Produce Reporter Week in Review for this abbreviated Christmas week. If you are not getting the Produce Reporter newsletter, you need to go to producebluebook.com and sign up.
Enjoy your avocados.
Enjoy your avocados. Yeah, I can't find the balls. My dog ate them.
I can't come out, so we're good.